Previously on Chosen Ones. Tensions are high after being informed of the death of Merlin. After picking a cabin to stay in, our Forsparks met with the mentor Peter, who checked them with a strange device for traces of something undisclosed. Brandy was noted to set the device off, and given a substance known as God's liquor to take once a day. Theo and Brandy noted a red moon in the sky as they headed back to their cabins, curious of the meaning behind such a strange phenomenon.
Break me down, we keep fracturing, so you forget your place and never find grief. Fly me away before the clouds are paid, so we will lose our wings within the storm. Breathe me in, take what's left of me. I lose my mind to fate, I cannot disgrace my hidden heart. Erase your belief, I will destroy what's left and run away. Get with the tune, harmony, the shadow in this sea. Come to the page, the curtains rising soon.
So Shui and Avayath, you guys are currently still back in Peter's hut.
I like to imagine that while that was happening, Shui was probably talking to Avayath really animatedly, and then Brandy walked out, and he was like, "Wait, where did Brandy go?"
Their friend left. I seem to have upset him.
Yes, he might be going to talk to Estel or Arthur. I'm certainly going to have a talk with those two tomorrow.
You'll have plenty of time to talk to them.
This really isn't... It's hard to operate under such strange conditions when no one's telling us why we're doing the things we're doing.
I understand. Estel is a bit, paranoid, for lack of a better word.
I see. Well, that paranoia may spread if we don't have answers, you know. People might act in a way that you wouldn't wish for them to if you...
Paranoia tends to spread paranoia. I agree.
Yes, exactly. Well, for now though, why don't we take it easy?
If she doesn't tell you by the end of the week what's going on, someone else will. There's a lot of people here with big mouths.
I see. Well, I suppose that's a relief. Thank you for understanding, Peter.
Of course. Tell your friend that I'm sorry for being harsh with him.
When do we start training?
You will be doing individual trainings with each mentor for a period of time. I think the first week you're training with Estel, as a group.
It's really hard for him to hide his disappointment.
Do his ears droop?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I wanted to train with you.
That's not up to you. That's my choice.
Puppy dog eyes. Can I roll charisma?
That's not going to work on me.
What did he say?
I said, can I roll charisma?
You can. I like that. That's not going to work on me. Go ahead, roll charisma.
That's not great. I mean, it's a 19, but I wanted to get like a 24 or some shit.
It's not great. It's only a 19.
It's only a fucking 19.
Give me 1 sec, though.
I really want Peter to fail this, so it's like, that's not going to work on me. But
He's just so cute, though.
For a split second, you see, for the first time, Peter actually kind of narrows his eyes and he smiles at you and then quickly frowns instantly and is just like, no, I will not. Get out.
you got him. You got through, though.
Shui is kind of dejected. He's like, oh, man.
Trust me, someone like you doesn't want to train with someone like me.
He does not understand. He does not trust. But he was just like, okay. And then he turns to leave.
I'm curious, what type of warrior is Estel, by the way?
What type of warrior? What kind of language is that?
Like, is she a warlock or a sorcerer? I don't know if that's terminology in this world. But...
What is her D&D class?
She was a wizard, and when she was a chosen one, she became a warlock, so I think she's both.
Warlock and a wizard. Oh, impressive.
Whizlock.
Can't wait to see what she can do in battle.
Warlocks aren't that impressive.
All right, bucko.
That means he's a warlock.
Don't say that. I'm sure Estel is quite capable.
Capable, yes. Smart, debatable.
Estel, you gotta be here.
Estel fucking tears through the tarp like, hey, bitch! These ears aren't just for show.
I can see the future and I saw you talking shit. That's legit so good.
Maybe so. I guess I'll see for myself. And then he wanders off awkwardly.
Ting, 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 ting.
Yeah, just like the sound of his armor makes it awkward.
Roll a perception check as you leave, Avayath.
He's gonna fail.
You can't see through his armor.
Yep.
Nope.
He got a 6.
Do I roll as well?
You already left. You left a lot. Avayath would have been the only one to have seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, nope, you don't see anything. You just hear the door kind of close behind you as you leave, and then a very loud-sounding lock, and then that's all.
So, I'm sure we're about to move on, but I actually had remembered something I wanted Theo to ask Brandy.
That's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Anyway, so Theo, after he's like pondering about the orange moon, he's like, "Oh, did you see the strange sigil on his door?"
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I guess I don't know much about whatever it was, but it seemed interesting. I just thought it would be rude to bring it up, I guess.
You can roll if you want an intelligence check, if you want to try and know anything about that.
Intelligence. 20. Not 20.
Oh,
I guess I do.
Okay, hold on. I'll message you on the side. I'll put it in your private chat. Give me a sec.
Okay. Scratch what Theo said about not knowing about it.
I don't know what it is. All I know is that I made it, and this is what it is exactly.
Yeah, Brandy will just say, like, that rune, yeah, it was strange. Felt kind of familiar. I can't quite place where I seen it, though.
Yeah, now that I think of it, yeah, it's for trapping things.
Ooh, don't like that.
Yeah, now that I think of it, especially with how that conversation just went, I really don't especially like it, but perhaps it doesn't have anything to do with us, you know?
I sure hope not.
Or maybe it's about the Peter himself and keeping him trapped in wherever that was at.
I don't like the implications either way.
I do not like, yeah. And it's old, so whatever. I guess it couldn't be just for us.
Yeah, being trapped don't sound like it's, something I want to get back into.
Oh.
That don't sound fun.
Theo looks sympathetically up at Brandy.
He looks down at you, confused.
He looks worried at your wording.
You alright, partner?
Well, you just said you don't want to get trapped again, but what does that mean?
He looks confused for a second. He's like,
Oh, did I say again? I didn't.
Yes, you said again.
That wasn't intentional.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you know, if you did want to work on your memory thing, I mean, we could still do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Nod. Okay, and now... Cut.
cut to the other fuckos.
You guys, I will say Shui and Avayath have caught up.
Oh.
So you guys are inside. You are all inside your hut again.
Now Theo just looks worried, and I guess he's studying the vial.
Avayath reaches under his pants. It looks wrong, but then he actually grabs out a Bible.
So... Okay. Is something wrong, Avayath?
Describing out my Bible. Always gotta keep this on hand.
I'm so glad you ended that sentence with Bible.
What else would I have ended it with?
Shui's like, what does it say?
Oh, well, I'll read the whole thing to you right now.
You've unlocked the next hour of dialogue.
But yeah, what is his Bible about?
His Bible is about, I think it would be like, oh wait, Claytor is part of like a group of, yeah, it's like part of a group of religions, right?
Yeah,
It's not just...
so Claytor is one of the gods of the elementals. So, hold on, let me look real fast. It's been fucking forever, so let me look real fast on what that's called.
Yeah, the Bible's probably about all of the elementals then, not just Claytor.
Follow rock Jesus, huh?
It is called do. Nope. Okay. So.
That's an interesting name for a religion.
Do. The elementals are a rather large organization that encourages the worship of beings associated with the elements. Their higher-ups can be rather pushy about their beliefs.
Worship my rocks!
So it's,
yeah.
I imagine it would be stories about the origins of the elemental gods and like a lot of preaching about the rules. Just like, don't break this rule, don't break that rule.
Shui's like, okay, to be honest, Shui kind of
Falling
glazed
asleep.
over it. Yeah. No, what time is it, Cassie?
I'd say at this point it's probably around 10.
He falls asleep, sorry. I was gonna say something, but you gave
Standing
me an idea.
With his eyes open.
He, was probably, I don't know, where was Avayath? Sitting on his bed or something?
Avayath is standing up, presenting his Bible to everybody.
I like to imagine as Avayath is standing, Shui, still head trained on him and smiling, just starts to climb up the ladder into bed and lay down. Like he's on
yeah.
autopilot.
Yeah. He does that. I thought about having him like sit down on Avayath's bed and then just fucking pass out.
I like to imagine there's a part where Avayath is like, oh, this part of the Bible is good. It says lying is bad. Lying is bad, guys. I really like this rule right here.
I like that rule too.
And keeping secrets from people is also a sin. Very important
Yeah,
one.
that sounds like something I would like for the people of this place to adhere to. Fuck Estel, I don't know how that one got in here, but wow, Claytor says.
It's Claytor's word.
Avayath just like writes fuck Estel in the Bible.
And Claytor said, fuck Estel, in particular.
Yeah, Shui does like legitimately.
Brandy's gonna stay up a little longer.
Yeah, Theo just says to Avayath as he continues to go on, he's like, I'm glad you have something that can give you comfort in a time like this, I guess.
Yes, it does, and it is my moral guideline. It is my compass when I go out adventuring. I'd never forget about the will of God when I'm on the battlefield.
That's noble.
Good night. Good night.
No, I wanted Theo to do a check on the vial.
Yeah, so you can roll Arcana.
Whoa.
Arcana or Religion, since he did say it was the
wow.
Tears of a God.
Wow.
That one.
Oh, no, you don't really know much about this, unfortunately.
Yeah, he looks at it and he's like, should I just take it? Or, I think I'll wait. I mean, I'll be fine, but I think I'll wait until we talk to Estel tomorrow.
Yes, you can wait, and I mean, for all we know, it might not even be poison. I think it's safer to take your time. There's no need, there's no rush.
I don't think they would poison us. I just saying, if it has some sort of effect on it, I'd rather learn the effect, with the, guarantee that I'm not going to die from it.
I'm sure they have good intentions, but, I think those intentions may conflict with what we want. We should definitely, hold off on drinking that, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'll just put it away for now. And he'll do that before kind of getting ready for Sneeps.
Was Brandy gonna do something?
He stays up later, I think, occasionally. He like steps outside and just like does a little walk around the perimeter. Make sure everything's okay.
While everyone is sleeping then, and you're outside on one of these patrols, I want you to roll a perception check.
Okay. 14.
Okay, so as you are walking around, you've done this a couple times into the evening now, and Theo has pointed out to you the moon already. It's out and very bright in the sky right now. And when you're walking, at one point you think you hear almost like an echo of your footsteps behind you, almost exactly in sync with your own.
I don't like that very much. Okay. I'm going to whip around really quick.
You whip around, you don't see anything.
Squints. Anyone out there?
When you ask that, roll another perception check.
God damn. You'd think I'd be better at these with my special eyes, but I'm sure not. 12.
12? It's hard for you to hear at first. But when you ask, you said, is anyone out there, right?
Yeah.
Ever so faintly, you hear back,
Is anyone out there?
I'm sorry. What was that the thing said?
it said, is anyone out there, back to you.
I don't like it. Oh, yeah, I'm, here.
I'm here.
I don't like that very much.
Roll one more perception check for me.
Third time's a charm, baby. 21, actually it was. Haha.
Yeah, good job. You see kind of almost fading in and out about 100 yards away from you, even though this voice sounds very close. A very, very tall figure with these almost distorted horns coming out of its head. There are dozens of them just sticking out of its head, oddly. They almost look like tree branches, and this figure is entirely black with a very long beaked face coming down from it, staring back at you.
Is it covered by some kind of magical darkness?
It does not appear to be darkness, no.
Yikes. Alright. Howdy.
You see it kind of go down onto all fours, and almost this like
Ooh, don't like that.
this spiked tail kind of whips out from the blackness behind it.
Ooh, don't like that.
And you hear back,
Don't like that! Oh no! Oh, I hate it! Okay, he's gonna go ahead and take some slow steps backwards towards the dormitory. Yeah, keeping an eye on that fucko.
it seems to be staying where it is.
Okay. He continues back to the dormitory and will go inside.
Okay, you go inside.
And then, do we have any furniture here?
You have the beds.
Just the beds?
Yep. There's two
Okay.
doors, two entrances, and big windows on either side.
I don't like that. Okay, well, he's gonna fucking lay against the door
and sleep there for the night.
Okay.
Just to keep like a weight pressed against the door.
As you are leaning against the door, you hear kind of a slight on the door behind you.
I hate that. Oh, God.
And you hear a whisper through the door.
What did it say?
You can't make it out.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I don't say anything, I just lay against the door.
Alright. And you fall asleep like that, eventually. Shui.
Yes?
You wake up. You're not in your room, though.
What? No, okay. Looks around.
You are essentially in some kind of void. And the ground is black, but feels as though there is like a light layer of water underneath your feet. And you can see yourself perfectly. You are crystal clear, but the world around you is black.
Whoa, where am I? And he's looking around, and he, like, you know, kind of puts his hands to his mouth, like, to, like, project his voice, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hello? Can anyone hear me?
Your voice just kind of echoes back to you into the darkness.
He takes a step.
When you take a step, you can see almost like white ripples in the darkness coming out underneath your foot from where you stepped.
Whoa.
And that humming, you can hear it. You hear the soft sound of a woman humming. It sounds very strange, though, like it's almost coming through water, like there's a barrier.
Well, he's going to try to find the source of that humming, so he's going to crouch and kind of use his ears to determine where it's coming from. You said it sounds like it's coming from beneath the water?
It sounds like it's coming through water, yes.
He looks at I guess where he's crouching, and he's, I guess, gonna, he's just gonna try to reach through it, like, you know, it's like
into the water,
and maybe he could, like, yeah, that's what I'm he's gonna try to do that. Do I make a check, or
No, your hand just goes, when you reach, your hand just goes right through the water down into it.
He snatches it back, like, whoa, okay, and then he does it again, but more slowly this time.
Your hand brushes against something that feels almost like fur. I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20. That is unbelievable.
Damn. Okay, so you see below you, reaching down, you see two beady eyes kind of staring back up at you.
No, I wish can I unrealize?
From where you are grabbing. And you see there are very two long white shapes kind of extending up above from where these eyes are coming from. And you can't see necessarily what you're grabbing, but it does feel very soft.
Okay, damn, I got another nat 20. Okay, I rolled again, just a straight d20 to see if you would be afraid or not afraid. Because he got a nat 20, that was not afraid. So I guess right now he's more so curious than afraid. This thing he's touching, you said it's looking at him?
Yeah, you see two eyes reflecting back out at you.
He's like, whoa, what are you?
They blink, and then very rapidly, they come up. This creature just erupts out in front of you and kind of floats above the water. And you can see now, it's about, I would say, a little over 5 feet tall. It has the head of a red rabbit with the antlers of a deer and the body of a woman, kind of gently floating above the water directly in front of you, staring at you.
When she comes out of the water, Shui kind of falls back onto his bottom.
She snorts and shakes her head a little bit and like tries to get some of these black droplets of water off of her.
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch you like that.
The creature blinks at you very rapidly, and its mouth doesn't move, but you hear a voice speak.
Shui, oh, wonderful to see you again. I've been waiting for you.
Did it sound like it was like being projected into his mind, or like?
It sounds like it's coming from this creature.
Okay, well, never mind. Well, Shui, is just like, wait, you know who I am?
Yes, of course I do. We've met before, don't you remember?
He shakes his head no. He's like, I can't remember.
Oh, well, it's okay. It doesn't matter right now. Let's see. Your sword right. That's what you're here for, correct?
I thought I already did my sword right.
No.
Confusion?
She looks back at you also, looks very confused.
You were supposed to do your sword right with me.
Are you Zuni then?
You see her eyes kind of narrow at that, and she very gently lowers herself onto the water, and it has that same kind of like ripple effect when she touches it, of the white ripples extending. And she clenches her hands into fists, and it's just like...
Did Mizuni get to you first?
So you're not Mizuni? Well, about a month ago, I did my sword right with Master Dashi, and...
Oh, of course, a month ago. What time of year is it?
It's fall, and the year 342.
342, another year went by so fast.
He kinda swallows, and he's just like, but, the sword that I got from, my sword right, I can't draw it.
She kind of extends a hand towards you.
Let me see what she gave you.
He, takes it and hands it to her.
She grabs it from you, and with no effort, just pulls it out of the sword. With no effort, just pulls it out of the sheath, and kind of glances it over.
So she made a new one.
A new one?
This isn't one of the ones that we made.
A new elven sword?
Yes, they pop up every now and again, but not from a minor god like Mizuni.
He kind of looks at it. It's not the first time he's seen the blade, is it?
No, you saw it before.
Yeah, right, okay. He's just like, how did you do that?
Simple, a being that's more powerful than the one that created it can easily draw it.
Shui, kind of looks at it like, oh, it's so beautiful. Because it is really pretty, right?
It is, it's beautiful. And she quickly resheaths it and hands it back to you.
He's kind of staring at it as it's sheathed again. And he's gonna try to do it too.
Roll a strength check.
17.
17? It's pretty stuck. You can't get it to budge.
He's struggling. He's like, it's no use, I still can't get it.
That's because I favored you first. You should have gotten my sword, not hers. I'm sorry I was so slow.
It's okay. Who are you again?
My name is Winona.
Winona. That doesn't ring any bells to him, right?
Roll history check.
Okay. 14.
14? You've heard the name, at least. Winona the Moon Spirit.
Winona? Like the moon spirit?
Yes.
He's like, I don't know why I can't remember meeting you before, but,
Most people don't. I don't normally look like this. It's a special day.
what do you normally look like, then?
Something else, a little more discreet. But it doesn't matter that you can't remember me. To be honest, after tonight, I probably won't remember you.
He's kind of saddened a little bit.
Oh, don't be sad, it's for my protection.
No, I understand, he says, but he doesn't really understand. He doesn't really understand. What am I supposed to do now that I have this sword?
Learn to use it. It'll be more difficult, but I think it still has some value. I think it has a lot of value. It's brand new. You get to decide what to do with it. No one else has owned it before you.
Does that mean that other people with elven swords can't help me?
It's still an elven sword, it's just a new one. It's just different. There's nothing wrong with being different.
He smiles. He's like, I guess you're right.
I will still guide you, even if Mizuni got to you first.
How do you know Mizuni?
Me and her go a little bit farther back than I would like.
Is she a bad person?
A very bad person.
Oh. I fucked up, guys. No, he's just like, well, maybe she's changed. Maybe she's not all that bad anymore.
She throws back her head and just openly laughs, just extremely loudly at that. Seems very, very amused by that sentiment.
Do you know who Mizuni is?
Not at all. No. So he's just like, not really. No.
Mizuni is also known as Mizuni of the Depths. She takes the form of the deceased and drags their loved ones underwater, never to be seen again. She is the goddess of water, storms, trickery, and illusions.
So I got tricked?
You did. Again, I'm sorry. I only can meet with you once a year like this.
He is so fucking sad.
I can try to meet with you again on the full moons, but I won't be like this. I won't be like myself.
Wouldn't it be dangerous? Too dangerous to learn how to use my elven sword then?
It's your sword. She made it, but it's yours. You can turn something evil into something good.
He nods. He is reassured at that.
Reclaim it. Make it something better.
Yeah, make it mine, right?
It's already yours. She can't take it from you. I can't take it from you. No one can take it from you. I don't know why she gave it to you. I don't know why she favored you. I don't know what she wants you to use it for. If she finds you, though, and if she talks to you, don't trust her.
Okay, he says. And he's, like, gripping his sword, kind of resolved to not fall into any more, like, traps or whatever. But, yeah, it's Shui, so.
She stands there a bit awkwardly for a moment before she kind of extends her arms to you.
May I give you a hug?
A hug?
Yes!
Sure. He hops up and goes over to her and gives her a hug, accepts hug.
She wraps her arms around you and hugs you very tightly, extremely tightly.
I hope you can be safe. I really want you to be safe. I'm very sorry.
Sorry for what?
She's still hugging you for a moment, but you hear kind of like, almost like this splashing in the distance.
He's turning towards that splashing sound. Or trying to, at least.
She holds you tighter.
The morning is coming soon. Just hang on a moment longer.
Wait, do you hear that?
I do.
What is it?
Suddenly, underneath you, the black ground below you just goes completely bright and white, and you can see almost like these craters surrounding you, these deep, dark craters on the ground. And below you, you see just a giant pair of eyes staring up.
Sorry, I'll send you home in a moment.
What is that?
That's one of my mother's.
And she lets go of you.
The Shui is like kind of looking around at the eyes, and he's like,
It's okay, she can't see us.
Can she hear us?
No, she can't hear or see us. My first mother made very sure of that. I'll be sending you home now, though. Thank you for visiting me, Shui. It was great to see you again.
As I guess he's like fading away or whatever, he's like, sorry for standing on your face.
Alright, and you wake up in a cold sweat the next morning.
crying out for you. So you'll find me at last and wipe away our past. Even now, falling towards something beyond this new script. The show starts with us.